Hi, I'm Darice Leau, founder of Gifted Vault. I'd like to personally welcome you to your free introductory training at One Bite at a Time. Before we begin, you're probably wondering what is One Bite at a Time, so let's talk about it. One Bite at a Time is a 12-week immersive coaching program that helps people to improve their relationship with food without dieting, restricting foods, meal planning, excessive exercising, or intermittent fasting. When you improve your relationship with food, naturally you might lose some weight. But what you'll experience in our program is far more meaningful, satisfying, and freeing than just losing weight. We guide people like you to reach food freedom and confidence so you could take back control of your life without being consumed with what you're eating or obsessing over your weight. Before we begin, can you relate to any of these desires? Wanting to love what you see in the mirror, feeling more confident and comfortable being visible at work and in your personal life, wanting to cope with stress that doesn't involve turning to food, wanting to end your struggle with food obsession, food shaming, food deprivation, and food restrictions, wanting to increase your self-esteem with how you eat, look, and feel. Perhaps you'd like to be a better role model to your clients, partners, children, and or grandchildren. And maybe the most important desire of all is to say goodbye to your fear of having a shorter lifespan because of what your food struggle is doing to your health. So how do we help our clients accomplish some or all of these desired goals? Well, we use a variety of tools throughout our 12-week program, but our clients' most favorite tool that you can use for the rest of your life is our alive eating method. Why is it called alive eating? Because alive eating leaves you feeling alive on so many levels. Alive eating offers a new perspective on a crucial part of being alive, eating. Alive eating helps you achieve your goals without dieting because it teaches you to truly enjoy your food instead of focusing on restrictions, omissions, deprivation, or guilt. This way of eating will leave you happier, more confident, freer, and alive. Simply put, one bite at a time returns you to the natural eater you were born to be so you can go about living your life with more freedom. So, how do we do this? First, in week 1, we break down the alive eating method, which teaches you how to eat so you can return as the natural eater you were born to be. Next, we show you how to put your stomach back in the star role and respectively return your brain to the supportive role where it's meant to be. I'll get to that more specifically later on in the training. Then we guide you how to recognize causes for your food urges, and we teach you what to do about them. We also go on a deeper level to help you become unstuck so you can experience relief and success. With your participation, we help to resolve the challenges you've been facing all these years that have kept you a prisoner up until now. At One Bite at a Time, we completely understand that one size does not fit all. Therefore, we offer a variety of methods and resources you can choose from to determine which tools are most effective for you at any given point in your journey. We don't leave it up to you to just figure it out on your own. And we don't expect you to stay the course without the worthwhile personalized coaching and support you deserve. During these 12 weeks, you'll have access to all our tools that build upon each other from one week to the next. Plus, you'll get personable coaching 5 days a week through a combination of one-on-one live private sessions, group coaching sessions, live workshops, and community engagement. We pretty much are involved in your day-to-day life, your thought patterns, and ways of relating to food. So we can interrupt your old patterns in real time by replacing them with life-changing ones. We also cultivate virtual community involvement that effectively reinforces positive changes that begin taking place right away. We fully understand that most success is obtained within a community of people working towards the same goals together. So, You get to join our amazing One Bite at a Time community, where you will have the opportunity to receive coaching, encouragement, support, and inspiration on a regular basis. Yes, relief is just around the corner for you. As an active participant in your journey, you will see and experience food very differently. You will start letting go of old eating patterns that have kept you stuck for years. You will learn to instill new behaviors and habits that will stay with you for the rest of your life. You will notice your confidence increasing. You will feel sane and calm around food. Once this change has taken into effect, you will never be able to go back to eating the way you used to eat. Sound good so far? All right, so the most commonly asked questions we get in our program is, but what if this doesn't work for me? Or how do I know if I'm truly hungry? Or why can't I stop eating? Or why don't I get the fullness signals? These are all great questions that we fully address in our program. But to give you a little teaser, let's address a couple of these questions right now. Earlier I referenced how we'll teach you to put your stomach back in the star role and respectively return your brain to the supportive role. So even though there's not enough time in this video to fully teach you how to do this, we can still briefly address a few highlights in this training. Let's begin. When your stomach is the star of the show, your whole eating experience will be Broadway material. Since your stomach is the main attraction, I think it's only fair we give your stomach the spotlight in this free training. So here are some important facts about your stomach and why they're important to know. There are factors that contribute to knowing when you are hungry and when you are full. Before we get into those signals, it's important to understand some basic mechanical processes regarding the digestion stages so you can become more intelligent with how to detect your hunger signals. The Mayo Clinic explains that digestion time varies among individuals between men and women, but on average, after you eat, it takes about 4 to 8 hours for food to pass through your stomach and small intestine. Food then enters your large intestine, the colon, for further digestion. It then absorbs water and then eliminates undigested food. It takes about 36 hours for food to move through the entire colon. And depending on the individual, the whole process from the time you swallow food to the time it leaves your body takes about 2 to 5 days. Now, for food to just move out of the stomach into the small intestine after a meal, that only takes about 2 hours. And it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to send a signal to the brain to let you know that it's full. Now, if you still eat after the brain sends the fullness signal, that is something else entirely that we will work with you during your 12-week journey with us. Since it takes about 2 hours on average to empty your stomach and then another 4 to 8 hours for food to pass through your small intestine, what do you think will happen if you eat before your stomach has had the chance to fully empty itself? Well, let's see. When we don't give our stomach enough time to digest our food and transfer the contents to the small intestine, we risk being backed up and consequently risk a system overload. And when we overload our system, we compromise our ability to remain in touch with our hunger signals. Let's compare the digestive system to the toilet system. If you were to flush a full toilet and then add more toilet paper to it before it finishes flushing, what would happen? It would likely overflow, spilling everything onto your floor, which is never a fun thing to deal with. The toilet cannot sufficiently function if we don't give it the proper time it needs to flush its contents first. Furthermore, if we surpass the toilet's capacity and then we fill it with more than it can handle, it will likely clog and not perform as expected. Likewise, when we overload our stomach and don't let it fully empty before introducing more food, we are causing unnecessary stress on our organs, which not only leads to weight gain, but fatigue and potential health problems. Okay, so let's back up to the questions of How do I know if I'm truly hungry? Or why can't I recognize my fullness signals? This next part is crucial. The most common reasons why you don't recognize your hunger or fullness signals is because for most people, the stomach continues to have a surplus of food in it throughout the day. Why is this? Because people tend to regularly overeat, or they eat too frequently throughout their day, even if they are eating small snacks. So one of the ways to help aid in recognizing your hunger and fullness signals is to let your stomach be the star of the show. Follow your stomach's lead by giving your stomach the chance to show you when it's time to eat and when it's time to stop. Give your stomach 2 hours to fully empty itself before introducing it to more food. And before you grab seconds, just wait 20 minutes for your stomach to send a signal to your brain to let you know if it still needs more food or if it's actually full. These are quick and simple hacks you can immediately implement in your day-to-day life starting right now. Okay, so during week 2 of our program, we put you in what we call the conditioning phase. We start you off by incorporating and making small habitual changes that'll condition you to become a natural eater for life. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said, "Changes that seem small and unimportant at first will compound into remarkable results if you're willing to stick with them for years." We all deal with setbacks, but in the long run, the quality of our lives often depends on the quality of our habits. With the same habits, you'll end up with the same results. But with different habits, anything is possible. Growth and transformation do not happen overnight. Growth and change takes time. For example, a gymnast doesn't become a skillful gymnast just by showing up to a few practices. An attorney doesn't cultivate a thriving and profitable firm just by passing the bar. An entrepreneur doesn't experience surmountable business success just by opening up an LLC. Likewise, you will not experience permanent food freedom just by watching this training. At one bite at a time, you won't be navigating through your food struggle alone. Instead, you'll be working with your personal coach on a regular basis. And you'll be a part of an empowering community that will pave the way for you to see and feel the changes that are long overdue. Be brave. Take that leap. Even if you think you've tried everything there is to try, be open and willing to see what we can do for you. This moment right now could be the biggest turning point in your life. Embrace the change and opportunity that is right in front of you. Give yourself the gift to see all that can unfold for you at one bite at a time. To get you started right away, you can schedule your free discovery session right now. It doesn't matter how early or how late you are watching this video. Our team is available 24 hours a day, Monday through Sunday, even on holidays, to schedule your free discovery session. Or, if you prefer, you can schedule your discovery session from our website at giftedvault.com. We are so looking forward to meeting and working with you. Together, we are going to revolutionize your life, one bite at a time.